probably celebrating right now. He's doing what he likes to do, talk about gaming.
Right. Right.
Okay, guys, we are live, and this is the Irish Podcast, episode 35. And I am the Titanfall Princess, your Irish girl gamer. But enough about me. Panel, introduce yourselves and tell us what you've been playing. We're gonna start off. Let's start off with Rambo.
Well, everybody knows who I am, Rambo's Corner, Rambo, and I've been playing, I guess, some review copies. I just got done with a review called Unbox Newbie's Adventure, and I'm about to start on Tiny Track's review with a PSVR. So, be playing that, I guess, probably later today and the rest of the weekend for the review.
Okay,
that's about it.
Okay, Seventh.
Hello, everybody. It's 7th Level here. What have I been playing lately? I've been messing around with the remaster on Ps4 for Final Fantasy 12. I'm a few hours in.
Okay. Okay. Frozen.
Oh, thanks for having me. I've been on Splatoon 2 on my Switch, and I beat Persona 5 last week, so I'm on Dragon Quest Builders trying to get that completed.
Okay, cool. Mr. Corleone.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Corleone. Right now, well, actually, last week I beat Nier Automata, and right now I'm currently working on Final Fantasy 15. This is huge for me because this is my first Final Fantasy game ever in life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I just turned RPG last year, man. I just turned RPG, but I'm loving what I'm playing. I think I'm like level 15, and I'm going for it, man.
Fewer genres give you more bang for your buck than they do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, last night I was actually in like a small little tournament with Jabari in Street Fighter, and I was also in another little small little tournament with Blaze Blue fighting last night. So that's what I was doing. But anyway, now before we get into anything, I do want to say happy birthday to Rambo's Corner and let everybody know, yes, we're going to wish him a happy birthday. And I just want to, here at the Irish Podcast, we're just curious if you want to talk about it. What did you do for your birthday, and has it been a good one for you?
Haven't really been doing much of anything. Yeah, haven't really been doing much of anything for the birthday. Just kind of like hanging out at the house and doing some research for a video I'm going to be doing. And yeah, I guess it's been a good one. I mean, it's been pretty much a normal day, so not really much going on.
Okay. Well, we just want to, I try to wish everybody a happy birthday and give them a chance to talk if they want to talk about their birthday before we get started.
His birthday was yesterday.
Yes, it was. I wished him a happy birthday too. But I didn't do my podcast. Yeah, happy birthday, belated birthday from everybody here at the Irish Podcast.
Happy belated.
Yeah, I wished him a happy birthday yesterday, though. But, okay, now, so there's one thing I want to get out of the way first, okay? I want to get this beef out of the way. As many people know, I did a video directed at Next Gen 27 earlier this week. No, I spoke from the heart, no gimmicks. And for the record, I don't watch Next Gen 720. I don't talk with him. I ain't cool. We ain't cool, okay? And I'm not cool BGST. But I'm just going to say that 99% of the gaming community thinks about this, okay? There's a bunch of frauds, liars. They're the first ones to tell you, oh, it's just video games, when they say racist, hurtful shit about people and tell people to calm down. Well, we all are here for gaming, and these old-ass frauds with gray hairs aren't representing the gaming community. And I'm going to say it again, okay? They don't represent a damn thing I ever spoke. Now, but about Zaire. So someone in my stream told me he did a stream talking shit about me. And I'm going to go on the record saying it was all lies. Nothing new. This is a man who's obsessed with Hard 8. Now, I know Rambo does not exactly get along with Hard 8, but Rambo is not obsessed with Hard 8 or throwing his problems on me about Hard 8. But Next Gen, right?
Oh yeah, that's like I told you the other night. I mean, if he's your friend, that's cool. I'm not gonna say anything to you about him because, like, to me, that's my own personal issue with him, not anything else. So,
but I was using that as an example because we spoke about it.
Yeah, you do you. And
I know
you, man.
Yeah, and I knew you wouldn't mind that. No. But anyway, Next Gen going to get on Twitter and hate on me with his followers. He wants me to make these lame-ass live streams. He wants to make these lame-ass live streams with other people and mention my name. But all this fraud had to do was to talk to me one-on-one and tell me what his fucking problem was. That's all he had to do. But he want to make it into something bigger, okay, than what it really is and play the victim. Out of here, okay? And anyone supporting Next Gen 720 can fuck off too. I really don't care. I don't fuck with these YouTube liars. And I want to make it known I don't give a fuck about y'all. Not Next Gen, not these fuck boys, you know, hating on me, hating on Rambo, hating on Hard 8, hating on whoever. And for no reason. Anyone talking shit, none of y'all, okay? All these people who got a problem with even Jimmy B Gaming and throwing it at me, you can fuck off too. Now, I said my piece, okay? I'll let the dick riders continue dick riding, okay? On another grown man, okay, and defend another grown-ass man who's a proven liar, and that's that. So if anybody else has something to say about any beefs that's going on, okay? Oh, wait, on a side note, people have to come to me and ask me about Rambo, okay? Now, I'm telling you on the live stream right now, I don't control what anybody on this panel does, okay? If he got a problem with them, if you got a problem with it, talk to them. Don't ask me about anything, okay? Because I don't control them. We here on the panel are grown-ass people. We actually grown-ass adults. We keep, if somebody here has a beef with somebody else, they leave it between them. They don't bring it here. They don't bring anybody on the panel into it. They don't do that. We're not like other podcasts that do that bullshit. We're not. We're real gamers here. Had to get that out because people were saying I was hating on him because of his group. I had nothing to do with his group. It's him making videos about me and talking shit about me. All you have to do is come to me and we can talk. I've done it with other people and no videos were made. So it is what it is. Does anybody have any thoughts on this before we
Nope, I don't even know who you talking about.
I don't know who he is. So you don't want anyway. So
Exactly.
Rambo 7, Frozen. Anybody got any comments?
You shouldn't even give a shit. I mean, we're talking about, you know, that barely decipherable fat fuck's had me pussy blocked for years now. Me, 40-something-year-old fat-ass white dude. He's had me pussy blocked for years. He's full of shit. He's been full of shit from the first day I ever met him. I could go on for hours about the dumb shit that I've seen and heard him do. Not to mention other things that I know. But regardless, it ain't worth your time. It ain't worth your time.
That's why I personally said I'm going to do this the one time and it's over. I'm not doing this back and forth shit. I'm just letting it known that I don't give a shit. This is the one and only time I'm going to comment about this shit. It's done. You got the drift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about what about you, Rambo?
I'm kind of along the lines of Seventh there, and the same thing like with. I mean, if I guess if people are coming to you asking about me, if they have a question, man, my Twitter's open. Come ask me. My DMs are open. I ain't shying away from having a conversation.
Rambo will never block you.
Nah, just come on in and talk, man. I have no reason to. I'm not afraid to talk to you. Don't be afraid to talk to me, man. And as far as your beef with them, and like I said, that's your beef. And I mean, I'm not gonna, I don't get into it. That's between you and him. So,
see, that's what I was saying. Here on the podcast, we are grown ass people. We don't get into what somebody else he and she said and fight amongst ourselves or defend. Do that. We don't do that here.
I got too many things to do in my life, man, besides having to worry about everybody else's fights.
Exactly. I agree with that. Frozen, anything to say, or should we move on?
No, we can move on.
Like, hell, I don't want to get involved in that shit. Leave it alone. Okay. Crackdown, we're going to go to Crackdown 3 has brought out Box community. Now, I already said months ago that Crackdown wasn't a big game. It never was. But you got these people damage controlling and now calling out, calling out their bullshit Xbox leaders in the community a secret pony. Now I don't even get along with Randall Thor. I don't. It's funny how some people, can have over a million in a gamer score. Most of these people who ever gamed on Xbox, and people with way less have the nerve to talk shit to this person. And I hate this, I really do. I hate it. Well, hate's a strong word, but I dislike this person, because you got to love somebody to hate them. So I'm going to say I dislike this person. This is the same thing that happened to me. I got a good gamer score. No, I ain't like his, but I got a good gamer score, and more than most. But as soon as I keep it gaming, your people crying about it and hating. The so-called Xbox community is a cult, in my opinion. About games, they aren't good games. Make these games out to be better than what they ever was. So even Gears are all trash games, really. And Microsoft had their chance to make things better. They did. And they didn't. What are your guys' thoughts on the whole Crackdown 3?
What? You broke
what
up,
is,
I think.
Yeah, we lost you there for a second.
What are you guys' thoughts on the whole Crackdown Randall Thor issue that's going on there, and the damage controlling going on for Crackdown?
I don't think much of it, to be honest with you. I've played the first one and the second one. Didn't think too much of them. Always thought the Infamous series was better game series. Hell, I thought Prototype was better than Crackdown. People, it's just like with Quantum Break. They don't have shit to play that's exclusive, so they latch on to every little thing that comes out for it, hoping that it's going to be the next big thing, and then, when it doesn't turn out to be that way, they just keep on damage controlling it and kissing its ass and trying to save face. But here's the funny part: is as far as Xbox goes, is you had Phil Spencer talking about how they're going to be now investing more into first-party content and whatnot now that they've got some other things out of the way. But there was an article, I can't remember what website posted it, but there was an article that came out a couple of days ago that said, according to some insiders that they had spoken to, that wasn't the case, and that Microsoft wasn't increasing their spending on first-party development at all.
I don't believe they are.
I don't think they are either.
I don't think so either.
At this point, I feel like if they're going to do that, they're saving it for like the next system down the line after Scorpio or X1X.
Right, I agree with that. The game, I think a lot of people people want an exclusive. They want something so bad for this Xbox One X, and they don't realize that Crackdown 3 was in production a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? People have made videos talking about this subject. Like, look, y'all want too much out of this game. The game looked like shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like Porter Rock said, shout out to Porter Rock. He was like, man, they didn't even show the destruction. Y'all should show the destruction, because people looking at this game and they want it to be for the Xbox One X, and it's not a representation of that console. You're supposed to be looking at Forza, and that's it. They ain't got shit else until 2018. So the game, to me, the game looked trash, but I never played 1 or 2, and I probably won't play this one. It's not even in my radar.
Yeah, the first 2 weren't like we were talking about before. Those first 2 weren't impressive at all.
Hell, what's that new game that's getting ready to come out? That Mayhem, or what's it called?
Agents of Mayhem.
That looks better. That looks better than Crackdown 3.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I just want people to realize, like, when they put too much, like, you're giving Crackdown 3 too much props. Like, the shit wasn't made for the Xbox One X. So when people are getting mad and they damage control, and it's like, dude, that shit is for the Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? Like, that game is for that. And it's sad, you know what I'm saying, that they didn't do whatever they were supposed to do to it. The game don't look shit like what we seen last year. Am I correct?
It looks like Saints Row 4.
Yeah, they look
Actually,
like
it's worse than the Saints Row 4 to me.
yeah. But we got to see the destruction. We got to see the online play. We got to see, you know what I'm saying, like more. But it wasn't even on my radar. You know what I'm saying? But people like, oh, the Xbox One X, like y'all put Xbox problem is y'all keep making consoles and you ain't making no fucking games. But I digress.
Well,
I've been saying that for a long time. What you just said, Mr. Corleone, I've been saying that for a long time. They're making the consoles, but now the games are. I'm not going to buy a console with no games, and not buy it for the games you have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I was actually. I mean, I'm buying the Xbox One X. I just have I have a thing where I buy all the new consoles. So, but my idea was I was
saying you were going to buy me one for Christmas, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna buy it, and I was actually hoping that Crackdown was gonna be something worth noting. Not saying that it was gonna be some massive hit, but just something worth noting. As far as because it's launching, I think the same day the console is, and or the same week at least.
Yeah, I believe you're right on that one.
And whenever we saw the little footage we saw at E3, and it was kind of questionable. I kind of was kind of worried about it. And then that stream that they showed, I guess, where at that Comic-Con, it was everybody's like focusing like y'all are the reason why everybody's hating on it is because they had people that were bad at games playing it. It was like it had nothing to do with the people that were bad at the games. Like, yeah, they were terrible at games. But you have Major Nelson telling this guy, you'll notice the physics in the game that we have everything operating in the game like it would in the real world, while you have 3 cars on top of each other driving down the road with no damage. And I'm like, what fucking world do you live in? Because I have never seen that happen. I've never seen 3 cars on top of each other driving down the road with no damage.
Yeah, that was Major Nelson's historical giant crab moment right there.
Yeah. I was like, well, what the hell? Like you said physics. Like and somebody told me that car damage isn't physics, and I'm like, do you even know what physics are? Because like you apparently don't know, because it is the actual damage to cars and the environment and everything else. And I'll be damned. I mean, there's like nothing. It seems like an old early 360 game, like to where they're trying to figure out the system, and it's really kind of sad that after it's been in development for so long that it still cannot manage even any kind of real world physics in the single player game. I still have yet to see the multiplayer, but the multiplayer is not going to make me change my mind on it. I think this thing will actually be. I buy all my games digital, so I think this thing will actually be in a bargain bin for the digital sale within a month.
Well, you can refund it if you don't like it. They got that.
Yeah,
option.
but I'm not even gonna spend $60 just so that way I can refund $60, because I already know that I'm not gonna like it, because I'm gonna wait for it to go in the bargain bin in the first month, and then I'll pick it up for maybe like $20, something like that.
That live stream was funny as hell.
It was, man. It was
seeing him talking about realistic physics, and then you have that stack of cars go rolling by. Made me think of the Iraq War, where they had that guy on the rooftop talking about how Iraq hadn't been invaded, and in the background you can see U.S. tanks driving down the street.
Yeah, it was exactly like that's exactly what that made me think of. I was like, what the hell? Like, how are you going to say physics when real world physics whenever like you have these cars just on top of each other just cruising like they're giving each other piggybacks? And
hilarious.
And then that lady the lady that's actually was not the girl gamer, the one that was actually the girl that was actually gaming or whatever on there, but the one that she was asking questions to, the actual host, is the lady that actually plays the lead in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. And she that just proved that she doesn't even know shit about gaming, because she was. They like, how do you jump? And they said B.
That shit was funny as hell when she said that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like,
I'm like, she fine as hell, but she dumb as fuck. She don't know nothing about no games, man.
It's like, why are these? I mean, I understand like why you hire these people for like to be in your game, because it's acting, and they're actors. So hire them, but don't put them in a live stream about playing a game and they don't know shit about the damn Xbox controller at all.
Yeah, it
was terrible.
She fine, but she was dumb as hell when it come to games. She worse than Aisha Tyler.
It is crazy though. You can't have somebody like you said in a live stream that don't know. Come on, jump is A, and on PlayStation it's X. Come on, that's generally what it is. It's usually the standard.
Yes, it just
comic knowledge. I mean,
you would think
a 5-year-old that
you would think it would be, but apparently not for her. She didn't know shit about gaming at all. Like the only thing she knew about gaming is that she was going to be in one.
So you're going to act. So but you can't have people talking about the game or people asking them questions if they're not a gamer.
Exactly.
You can't. You can't. They're not going to give. Oh, I think it's B. B what? Be my ass or be my butt? Come on. Get out of here with that corny shit. I laughed my ass off about that one. That made me laugh. I was like, I can't believe this shit. That was corny as hell. I don't know. Anybody else got anything to add to that one? If not, we can continue moving on.
Carry on.
Carry on. Okay. All right. All right. We have a bunch of games coming out for the PS4 in August. We have Yakuza. What is it? Uncharted, Lost Legacy, Matterfall, Lawbreaker, Hellblade, and more. Killing it. To me, this is the best PlayStation console since the PS2. Okay. We still have, but this is the funny thing. We still have the rest of the year to go. And at this point, the Xbox One has a new console to launch in 2 games. Do you think the Xbox has a chance to catch up at this point with all the holiday games coming?
Don't forget about the Switch. The Switch is there. So.
Especially Mario.
Good.
No,
that's what I'm saying. And especially Mario.
I fully expect the Xbox, even with the X launching and with their they have 2 exclusives coming up, and I guess the marketing rights for Assassin's Creed and Middle Earth. Yeah, they'll end the holiday season in 3rd place.
They got that Battlegrounds game, right? They got that too, right?
PUBG is not going to be a system seller, man.
People are saying that it's going to be because of that sold like 5 million on PC and shit.
On PC, but I mean, I don't know. Just name me a whole bunch of Xbox players that play a bunch of indies.
That's coming out this year for them.
We don't know.
Out the same day. That's what they said. The same day. It's going to be like $30 though.
Yeah, and I fully expect that one to launch the next day on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Any of them that thinks that this system is going to catch up to the PS4 are drinking Drano.
Yeah.
The Xbox One X has a fart in a windstorm's chance in hell of ever catching up. When you've got next to no new games coming out for it, you've got $500 sticker price.
I fully expect the Switch to actually, whenever this like in a couple of years, the Switch to be in 2nd place.
The Switch is going.
Well, I was just going to say that right now, Switch has more than the Xbox does.
Yeah, the Switch is, if Nintendo can keep up their progress, which I don't, they're not going to be able to keep up their progress with their first party games, I know. But if they can keep up their progress to where they're selling consoles, they'll be in 2nd place in no time.
It already sold 4 mil in 4 months. It took the Wii U 5 mil. It took a year to sell the Wii U to get 5 mil.
Yeah,
and they have in stock issues. Imagine if they didn't have issues producing the devices.
Yep, it's gonna be. I mean, it's just a matter of time before Nintendo takes over the 2nd place area. I mean, they'll never catch the PS. Nobody's ever gonna catch the PS4.
The PS4 would have to stop selling for like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean they would have to take the PS4 off the shelf for a couple of years for that to happen.
The main reason that you can't count the Switch out as far as being able to potentially even catch up to the PS4 is because it's taken over as the de facto handheld.
Yeah,
for Nintendo, and their handhelds always sell way higher than their consoles do.
Yep.
And so, that's mainly one of the reasons why they went the direction that they did. They've effectively combined both their markets into one thing. And that's why, you haven't really heard anything about a 3DS successor. They're just coming out with more little versions of the same shit. It's because the Switch is the new thing. It's 2-in-1, and I know it pisses people off, but I don't look at it as a console. I look at it as a handheld. You plug it into your TV.
I'm with you there. That's exactly that's what I've been saying. I think that's what exactly
handheld with console price games.
That's how they need to market it as well. Is exactly that way, and it'll like you said, it'll take off because it'll combine both markets, and there's no stopping Nintendo's handhelds. Like
especially when you get to around Christmas time, when you have all these kids that want the new replacement for their 3DS. You know, expect it. If anything has a chance of catching up to PS4 at all, it's going to be the Switch. But again, it's because it's not because of how great a console it is. It's because of the fact that they're going to be having all these people that only really cared about Nintendo for their handheld stuff coming over into the fray.
Yep, that's exactly. I mean, that's the reason why I say that it's. I mean, I fully see it actually taking over second place in the market because it.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
You just can't compete with their handhelds at all. And look at how much the 3DS has sold already. So I mean, and that was after how many iterations of it?
They dropped that new iteration, and then Pokemon is coming out this November yet again. So
I think there's actually going to be one that's actually releasing on the Switch by itself, like no 3DS version.
Yeah, that's next year. So.
And that's going to bring everybody that has a Switch version or has a 3DS over to buy a Switch to get that. Because Pokemon sells I think Pokemon and Minecraft are the two most popular series ever.
Pokemon.
And don't forget the Switch has got what around the holiday they got Mario coming out.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey. Yeah. That one's gonna. Yeah. If they can keep up with the demand, the Switch
gonna be the problem with demand.
The Switch is going to be like a big seller during the.
Do you see the lines? I see people post pictures of people lining up, for hours just to get a Switch. You know what I mean? They're doing that, right? They were doing that for the Nintendo Classic, and they're going to be doing that with the Super Nintendo. You know what I mean?
People will camp out. They'll get a little tent. They'll bring blankets if it's the wintertime and it's cold. They bring blankets and have people bringing food and coffee and hot chocolate and just to wait in line for certain games and certain consoles. If it's worth it. They'll camp outside just like they do on Black Friday when they want something. They sit outside all those stores and they camp all night long. They do it on Thanksgiving. They start on Thanksgiving when there ain't no damn sale and the stores are closed for Black Friday. They'll have people bring their Thanksgiving dinner to them and they'll sit outside.
Well, I heard it's called Great. I heard they open now on Thanksgiving now. Most stores.
Yeah, they do now.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. They used to sit outside. I used to watch that shit. See videos. I'm like, what?
Yeah, outside and shit. That's crazy, man.
Way back in the day, before I went to college and I was working retail, I used to work for Circuit City.
I work for Circuit City too.
Goddamn Black Friday, holy shit! You could barely even move around in that fucking store. There's so many people in there. And then by the time it was done, I mean it looked like Los Angeles in summer summer '92 is like everything gone. Everything just take off the shelf like there was a riot that just came through there and ripped everything out. I mean, even the decorations torn off the walls. All sorts of crazy shit. You go in the bathroom all fucked up. That's just the way it goes. Black Friday is a nightmare. And they'll crush each other to death just to get $5 off of some shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Man, I worked at Circuit City Black Friday. Quick story. This was around the PS2. PS2 came out. Man, this lady got trampled. That shit was hilarious. Somebody stepped on her fucking face. That shit was hilarious, man. I used to work in the video department. Okay, I'm done.
I tell you what was funny.
People actually taken to the hospital being trampled on. There was a woman who was pregnant and
some people died, actually.
Yeah, there were a couple people.
There were a couple people that died. I'll tell you something funny. The Black Friday that the Nintendo Virtual Boy came out. That year I worked that Black Friday, and by the time we closed doors that night, the Virtual Boy was the only system we still had left in stock because nobody bought that shit. Now I wish I'd taken one of them home myself because they're worth mad bank, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? You don't think of it at the time.
Yeah, hindsight's always 2020.
Absolutely.
So now you know. But see, now you've learned a lesson. So now you know some shit don't sell. 'Cause now you know. But see, now you've learned a lesson. So now you know. But see, now you've learned a lesson. So now you know some shit don't sell. 'Cause 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 now you know some shit don't Take one, put it away, because you know so far down the line it's going to be worth some money.
Yep.
That's true.
It is, you know. Okay, I got a question for you guys. And now I heard this, and I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's true. If anybody has any comments on this, I heard that PlayStation Plus is supposed to have a price increase.
Not for us.
For Europe.
Not for us. We already had our price increase earlier with the $10 a year, and now they are increasing Europe's by £10 a year. So it's the same pricing.
Yeah, they hit us with it first. It went from 49 to 59.
Yeah, same price increase, but it's just they're getting it now.
Okay. All right. So what I heard was because I heard that it was for us as well. So whoever said that, no, all right. So so they wrote it wrong or said it wrong. Basically, it's for Europe. Okay.
Yeah, because I was mad as hell, and
it's not.
Well, so was I. I was like, we got one not that long ago. What are you talking about?
I was mad at the $59.99. I was like, they automatically charged my account. I'm like, damn, what is this $59? I'm like, oh man, because I usually could go on slickdeals.com and go on slickdeals.com. You guys download that app. You will find a cheap Xbox Gold, and you'll find a cheap PSN card when your shit is about to run out for the whole year. $39.99, $49.99 at the most.
Quick sidestep, real quick. When you mentioned you never know what might be worth something down the road. A fan of mine recommended me an app for keeping track of my game collection on my phone, and it has a function on it where it looks up the value of these games based on like price charting and whatnot, and then it collates your entire collection and tells you what it's worth. My collection right now, not including the value of the actual consoles and hardware, but just the games, is worth a little over $24,000.
Nice.
That's the price of a car right there. If I've decided to just, of course, I wouldn't get that much for it because that's how much it's worth, not what people will give for it. But that does go to show you it's true.
If there's avid collectors, somebody wants to collect something and don't have it in their thing, you could do an auction thing online and get more than what you want for it.
Oh yeah, I get well over $500 for my just for my copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga alone. I've got several games in the Genesis library that's $100 and $200.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. But you can auction it off, and the highest bidder gets it.
That's true. That's true.
You could start out, if you know it's worth 200, you could start it out at 200 and let people bid on it, price off, and let them bid on it. And, you got 48 hours or whatever, how many hours you want to do, 72 hours to bid on it, and leave it open and just watch it and track it. I mean, if you ever did want to sell a game.
That's true. But, I was just pointing that out just to give people an idea that, you never know what games are going to be the ones that end up being super valuable. So just, I don't recommend trading games in. I don't like it. I don't do it.
I don't do it either.
Physical copies.
Except for when I traded in my Xbox One. I don't regret that.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one then. Thank you for that information, though. Let people know. Maybe you should send it out so people can get a link. And if people have a large collection, they can do that for themselves as well to see what they have and what it's worth.
All right.
That would have having that app would have hurt really, because I would have been able to see what my PS4 collection was worth before I sold it, and that would have been hurting because I would have seen the value just.
The name of the app is GameEye, GAMEYE, and it is free.
GameEye?
Yeah, GAMEYE, GameEye.
Okay. No, that's just nice to know for people that are out there that are listening.
Oh yeah.
You just don't know. I mean, you may have some game in there, you'd be like, I want to get rid of this, I don't play it no more. And it's an older game, then you realize it's worth, you trade it in somewhere, you're going to get, $10, $15 for it, but realizing it's worth $200.
Plus, it makes it a lot easier going into these game stores because I can pull up my phone and see whether I actually have something or not. Because when a collection gets up over 1,000 titles, you start to lose track of what you do have and what you don't. So
Yeah,
See,
that
that's
always,
the thing.
that-
I have so much stuff that under so many different consoles that I do need a list somewhere to figure out what I do have and don't have.
yeah, because that
I'm being
always,
honest.
that always sucked getting home and you're like you see the game and you're like, shit, man, I already have this game. And now you have to go back, take it all back, and take that back and get something else, and it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I've done that too many times.
Oh, and that's another thing. If you've got the game complete to where you've got the UPC code on the game, you can scan it with your camera and it automatically adds it to your collection. You don't have to type it in or search for it.
That actually is pretty handy.
I was like, why y'all so quiet?
I don't know.
That's good info.
Everybody was awestruck by the useful information I was providing.
Everybody right there like, gee.
Everybody's all writing this shit down. Like they're like, okay, we're taking notes. I didn't know that. Let me go get my pencil.
Everybody was pulling out their phones.
I'm finna download it right now. Gee.
All right, I'm gonna put myself on mute real quick. I got a phone call coming in. So,
all right. Hey, what do y'all think about Yakuza? Not to jump off topic or whatever, but
That's a great series.
I was thinking about trying it out, but when I looked at the fighting, I didn't really like the fighting.
You ever play Shenmue? It's the
No.
first successor to Shenmue.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the living future embodiment of what Shenmue could have turned into. Of course, now they got Shenmue 3 coming out, so I'm curious to see if maybe they borrow some from the Yakuza systems to incorporate into the game. I'm curious because, I mean, all you have, if you've ever played Shenmue and then you play a Yakuza game, you can clearly see the lines of evolution between the two.
Yeah.
It's really obvious.
Speaking of Yakuza, they got an announcement next month for a new game, I think. They're bringing something new. Yeah.
They got
the Yakuza Kiwami.
6, right?
No, they got a new announcement, like a brand new one.
After that one?
Yeah, I think probably after 6, maybe.
Oh, okay. Y'all interested in the playing that beta for the Dragon Ball Z fighter?
No, I'm not. I've never been into Dragon Ball Z, so
I gotta sign up when they.
Yeah, they were supposed to do the sign-ups yesterday, but they canceled it because they want to add more to it. So be looking out for some type of tweet or something from Bandai in August. They're gonna have the you know how they did for Injustice. I don't want to get left out, man, because that shit pissed me off.
Hey, Seventh, I got a question. What do you feel about Hellblade?
I'm interested in trying it. I am intrigued to try it out. I don't know. I can't really say what I think of that combat system until I actually experience how it feels, because the combat does look a little odd. So I'm going to have to be able to actually get it in my hands and play it before I can say for sure. But I mean, it's the people that did Heavenly Sword and what's the game with the monkey guy? I was on PS3 and Xbox 360. Where you
I know
were
what I'm talking about, but I can't
remember
the name of it.
You were the monkey dude leading the redheaded chick around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what was the
I
name?
can't think of the damn name of it though.
Shit, hold on.
Something,
let me think.
something Odyssey to the West or something like that.
Let me look it up.
No, it wasn't Odyssey to the West.
Let me look up. Let me see.
Yeah, I think it was Odyssey. I think you're right.
It was something Odyssey to the West or
Enslaved, right?
Yeah.
Enslaved. Yeah.
There
Enslaved.
you go.
All right.
That's what it was.
Yeah. But then again, they're also the ones that did the Devil May Cry reboot. So they've had two hits and one miss. So hopefully Hellblade is more on the hit side.
Well,
Hellblade's only $30.
I pre-ordered it.
It's
Yeah, I
only
pre-ordered it
$30,
because it wasn't really that much, so I didn't feel like that it was really that big of a deal to pre-order it on this one. So I'm actually excited for it. It looks really interesting to me, but I'm with, like, as far as Seventh goes, as far as the combat, it's one of the things that I haven't played it, so I don't really know how good the combat's actually going to be. It looks interesting.
Okay. Just curious. I'm just curious what you guys thought about that one.
I said I can't talk about the control scheme, kind
shit.
sir.
I thought I was talking.
I'm talking to somebody very briefly in our chat there. I said I can't talk about the control scheme. With Crackdown, I've played the previous 2 games, so I know how they play.
Right.
They haven't changed the control scheme in Crackdown.
It's gonna be serious, man. I pre-ordered it. I'm looking forward to it. Go to Ninja Theory. They have a page on YouTube. You guys can go and watch them. They literally have a diary of them creating the game, how they created the game, like everything that they're talking about with the game. So they give you hands-on, step-by-step how they went about with the game, the story. Like they met this guy and they did like Viking history, and like the shit is gonna be dope. And this is a AAA title, but they don't have a AAA budget. And small group of developers, they started out with a 15-man team, and it grew to like maybe they got like maybe 20-25 people. The girl that plays Sansa, she was a photographer for the project, and they used her just to do examples to get the photo capture, and they ended up using her to be the character of the game. It's really dope, man. Ninja Theory, look at, search it on YouTube. They got a whole fucking diary dating back to 2014 on it. And I got a video that I'm about to do on it next week, probably this weekend. So make sure y'all check that out.
All right, cool.
And it's only 30. It's not even $40. It was $30.
Yeah, $30. $29.99.
Only $29.99. I already got it. So
Yeah,
it's not even $40.
That's a good price too.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, let's move on. This week, one big thing did happen in gaming, and that was the beta release for Destiny 2. I did play it. I ended up liking it. I didn't think I was going to, but I ended up liking it. I felt like the graphics were improved. The story was there. I even had a few people hop into the story mode with me. It's a multiplayer. And I'm going to be honest, the first match, I did bad. Okay? But every match after that, I had fun and did better. I did. Okay? The first match, because I was trying to get used to it. And, when you get used to something, you know what happens. Anyway, and I did think that Destiny player versus player can be much better, though. That part I do think can be much better. Okay, hopefully they'll listen to people that are talking about it. I think that part can be much better. What are your thoughts on the game? Okay, and are you getting the game? Everybody play the beta.
Well, I played the beta, and I played it on both Xbox One and PS4. I've already pre-ordered the $100 edition on PS4. I pre-ordered that as soon as it was available in the store. It's a guarantee buy for me. The game, the story was, there was more story in that very first mission, and more detail, I guess, in that very first mission than was in the entire game of Destiny 1.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed that, and I know that's only one mission. That's the very first mission, so I can tell that it's going to be there. They put more effort into that storyline, which I'm very happy about that. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not really happy that they cut down the multiplayer to 4v4. I found that was like you spend too much time running around sometimes looking for somebody. It made these maps that they have, because they have some of these maps, or the map that a couple of the maps they had the one that was for control, and then the one for I guess defuse a bomb or protect an area. But that one, everybody was kind of running to one side and or one location to activate that bomb or protect it, and it seemed like that you were in a match by yourself if you happen to be the one that ran to the different side, or if you happen to be just start off a little bit behind everybody. And I didn't like that. I kind of missed where they had at least a 6v6 and it seemed like that those extra 2 people on each side made a really big difference as far as like the action in the game, as far as being able to keep that going. I'm hoping that gets better over time. I know that they've gotten a lot better with Destiny 1 from the launch to the I guess the last update with it, the Rise of Iron. they got the multiplayer has gotten a lot better. So I'm hoping that the multiplayer starts out pretty decent, but then gets better over time with them. So, but I'm definitely hyped for it. I cannot wait to dump my hours into it. I've already created a clan for both consoles because I'm going to be getting it on both. So,
Okay.
I liked it. I played my first match. I did super good. Second match, I was trash, but then it just balanced itself out. The campaign was very interesting. My problem with the game primarily is the fact that they took the fusion rifle and the sniper rifle and they made it into like a super weapon. So what that is, if you get the purple ammo and you're playing in the Crucible, or if you're playing a strike, you're running around, and usually if you play Destiny 1 or if you play the Taken King, you know that those weapons were exclusive to you and you can, modify them and do whatever you want to do to them. So the fact that they changed that and took the fusion rifle and made it into like a power weapon that you're not going to get, it's a timed weapon that you get. It kind of sucks. The hand cannon was pretty decent because I always use a hunter when I play. But just that aspect really, like, it kind of pissed me off that they took that away. I don't know if a lot of people noticed it. The strike was decent. Me and my boy at back then, we had a ball with that shit. It was kind of tough because it felt like, was it like a tractor beam pushing you off or something like that, or did you feel that?
It felt it kind of felt like that towards the whenever you got close to that with that boss at the end.
Yeah.
Yes. It kind of felt like that you had you were like, if you stood around, you couldn't stand around too long.
Hell no. Nah. So we used the plan of I would shoot the little enemies and then they would be on one side and the other guy would be on the other side and they was hitting them simultaneously. So it's like either he gonna shoot at you or he gonna shoot at them, and I'm shooting all the little guys trying to knock it out, and we eventually got it. But we died about maybe 5 or 6 times. But I think what they've done is they've made it easier for you to grab people. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to do a strike, now they're gonna have it where you can just go into a certain party or whatever, and it'll be people that's looking for people to be in strikes. So you're not playing with stupids, or you playing with goofies. You playing with people that's serious about like trying to get as much exotics or whatever legendary as you can. So I like that part, but I don't know if I'm getting it day one. I'm gonna probably let it marinate and wait.
Part was destroying that fucking turbine.
Yeah. That shit was stupid as fuck.
Wasn't it?
Oh, that pissed me off because I kept I couldn't. I made the very first one okay, but then trying to get to the other two, I would get over there and your jump would be so slow, and by the time you land, you get slapped in the back of the head with that damn turbine.
What the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
I was so mad. I was like, Jesus! So I learned quickly that you could walk along the side of the side on the outside, like on the outside of where the turbines couldn't hit you, but you would burn because they're like
that was a stupid.
I would just run real fast on that.
That shit was
that
stupid.
that part was stupid annoying.
Yeah. Yes. That was a dumb part. Like I was just like, what is the purpose of this shit? Like you should have just shot the middle of it or something like that. It was like, oh, just jump down there and this shit keeps slapping you and then you died. It just didn't make any sense.
Yes, you have grenades. I mean, just throw a damn grenade in there. Like I
tried to throw that shit.
Yeah, that should have taken care of it, you know?
Oh, that's
work though.
My bad. That's another thing. The cooldown time for the grenades are ridiculous. They're gonna have to fix that, especially in Crucible. It was like you didn't die and you still waiting for the damn grenade to resurface, and it's a lot slower than it was in the original game. I haven't played Destiny in like over 2 years, but when I got back on it, it was no problem.
Remember some of the things that you had in the original Destiny had like your gear had like quicker refresh times for your different things because it had strength and stuff. So this was like all the gear without it. So like you were like, so that this was basically you were up on the highest level and highest light level, but your gear didn't have any special perks to it. So
that is true.
That might be one of the reasons why it was like that. Because I was thinking that too, because it would take forever for your super or anything to charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. 7, did you get a chance to play the beta?
No, I didn't play it. I don't give a shit about it.
Did Ace did Ace get a chance to play it? Does he like that game?
To my knowledge, he hasn't. He didn't really care for the first game. I mean, my opinion on it is the same opinion.
I didn't care for the first game either.
I mean, my opinion on it stays the same as my opinion on the first one was. If I can't pop the disc in and play the campaign single player with the unit disconnected from the internet, I'm not interested. Because otherwise, within a few years, it's going to be a $60 coaster. Fuck that shit.
Gotcha. What about you, Frozen?
I think it's a $60 paperweight. You know.
All right, that's your honest opinion.
Yeah, man.
Okay, now I'm gonna move on to my final topic, but after I do this, I'm gonna open it up to the people, you guys on the panel, in case you have other topics you want to bring up that, maybe I haven't got a chance to discuss, or whatever. The floor is going to be open to you guys after this. But this is my final topic, which is YouTube. Now, I was watching Rambo's podcast and Seventh Level's videos, and it had me thinking, what happened to the fun of YouTube? You had all this. You have all this stuff about going on with Angry Joe, okay, or someone wanted to kick your back in every second on YouTube, and then you have the people that have stood the test of time on YouTube and are still providing content that makes us, think back to the good old days of YouTube. Like I saw a Solid Rev video that made me laugh the other day. I mean, I was cracking up. So my question is, on YouTube, what would you want back, guys? And what do you guys hope to add to YouTube to make it better? Somebody kick it off.
Well, back in the day, you used to be able to, bust somebody's balls and crack wise with them without them getting butt hurt and trying to flag you for abuse, flag you for harassment, and flag you for copyright, God knows what else. Back then, somebody would poke fun at you, dress up as you, and impersonate you and whatnot, and call it what it was, that they were trolling or busting your balls, and then you could make a reply back and bust their balls, and people, whether it was people that were fans of them or people that were fans of you, everybody got a big laugh out of it, and it was all fun. Now, you've got people that'll bust somebody's balls, and if somebody comes back at them, oh, why are you coming back at me for? I wasn't making fun of you. This was satire. That, or they get butt hurt and they flag the guy, or they have their followers go over and flag them for community violations and shit like that. It's just, and a lot of that started after the whole 360 community went to shit, because eventually all the people that we used to debate with vacated off of YouTube, and the people that came in and took their place, just nah. They're very thin-skinned. They love to dish it out, but they can't take it, and it ruined the community. It ruined it for debate. It ruined it for response vids. It ruined it for just trash talking and making fun, and it destroyed a lot of the creativity. And that's what turned the what you would call the console war community into the crumb side community.
Okay. Well, what do you hope to add to YouTube yourself to make it better?
Well, I pretty much gave up on the crumb side of things a long time ago. It's dead and it ain't coming back. I have moved on and am looking at doing other things. I want to improve my ability to do reviews. I want to do more stuff like that. I've been thinking about delving into other things that I'm into, like movies, but still primarily being a gaming channel, and just stuff like that.
Okay, but see, I agree with you on that. They did mess it up. You're right, because you used to be able to go out there and just joke with people, and they didn't get ass hurt and say hateful shit. Now, like you said, these people don't have thick skins. They have such thin skins that you can't say boo. Absolutely right about that. I agree. That and I think, it was always a console war, but a while ago, it was more fun because you said some shit, somebody said something back to you, and you laughed it off. But nobody made a video about somebody calling them names and putting them down and talking bullshit. So I agree 100% with you on that part. I do. Anybody else want to add something?
Yeah, I think that you know, as far as like with YouTube and different content creators, everybody got their lane, and I think a lot of times people see one lane and expect everybody to be in that same lane. You know, as far as what I want to do with my content, I just want to make dope shit. I want you to just check out my content and just know that I'm nice at playing video games. I'm nice at making videos. I try to stay away from that drama bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I might add, you know, a little opinion here and there, but usually I try to stay drama free. I ain't really focused on that because I'm like new and up and coming. You guys have been around for years. I've only been around for 1 year making content, and I'm trying to be as positive as I possibly can, but I ain't for that fuckery because I'm a grown man and I stand on my own. At the end of the day, man, I feel like everybody should just stay in their own fucking lane and worry about what they doing and not always focused on what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I got to do that to get on, then I'm just not going to never get on. I'm going to always do me and be the trendsetter instead of being the follower. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
And
I do.
I'm done.
Well, another problem that came up is just as an addition to your point, another thing that's come up since, you know, what you would call our heyday on YouTube was people trying to make it into a career. Now, you know, there's people like me that make a little bit of money off of it, and we throw it right back into making videos for the games and whatnot. But there are people out there that they've turned YouTube into their actual career, and recently YouTube has made it harder to earn anything off of the ad revenue. They're calling it the adpocalypse. And a couple of days ago, a kind of up-and-coming competitor of YouTube called VidMe, vid.me, they have announced that they're offering advertisements on the videos now where you can earn money off of advertisements on their vids. And I really do think that in some cases you're going to start seeing some of these bigger YouTubers eventually start to kind of veer towards VidMe. I've already seen a lot of them setting up VidMe as a secondary site and copying all their videos over to it. And if that trend continues, I mean, you never know. This could end up being another MySpace to Facebook type situation.
That's true. No, you're absolutely right about that.
I definitely see that happening.
Yeah, well, what's your thoughts on this shit, Rambo?
You know, I mean, in the beginning, I got sucked into that, the stupid shit in the beginning, because you know, I came in watching like Seventh and all them back in the day doing their thing, and whenever I came in, people were doing it, but I didn't realize like that when you involve yourself in it, you aren't like, it's not the same as what it was when I watched. Like now, like what Seventh said, you have to worry about getting flagged and doxxed and all the like stupid shit over a video or a video game or just saying some stupid shit, because you don't talk about like their, you know, them personally or whatever. You're just, you know, giving each other a hard time or whatever. But they take it personally and they take it on the like, I don't know, grown men being so damn sensitive over a video. I'm just kind of at that point have kind of realized that, you know, it's best that I kind of stick to myself in that portion and just kind of do what I want to do. And I've kind of been getting like some review copies lately, so I kind of enjoy the fact of being able to play games and then just review them. I've been putting out a couple of them now, and I'm trying to get better at that, so that way I can kind of get a rhythm going on how I want my the reviews to go, and to be able to get, you know, better at that and to give more production value to that. But that's where I'm slow. That's what I'm gonna, you know, try to get back, you know, give back, so that way people can actually come to my channel and actually get some informative information rather than some of this dumb shit that you get at some of these other channels.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree
agree too.
Frozen, what do you think about the whole YouTube thing?
I think a lot of big YouTubers should help out smaller YouTubers, because that's something you don't see. Like, you know, these guys with like 1 million subs, They don't really help other people out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They talk about it.
I'll add one
They
thing.
definitely talk about it. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
like PewDiePie and all these guys that, you know, like that are big, and they don't really do nothing, you know? Like, they don't really help out anyone else.
Right.
They want to just be up the rising star, the only one, you know?
You know, you're right about that. And see, that's one thing, even though I'm not a real big YouTuber like these people are, I'm just there, okay? Even if somebody is smaller than me, I try to help them and for them, because it's about gaming. I ain't out here. It's not a business for me. I ain't out here making money. So what does it matter if you help somebody else out? What's the big deal? Honestly. And even if you got, you know, a million viewers and you help a small person out, that's not going to take nothing from you. What is it going to take from you? Nothing. Those people aren't going to leave you and say, oh, I'm going to leave you for the small YouTuber.
Well, I think
they're not going to do that.
Just to kind of put that out there, because since they brought up people like with over 1 million, you got to look at the people with over 1 million subs. This is their business. Like, this is their, like, it would be kind of like basically walking into Walmart and asking Walmart to like sponsor your store. I'm not saying that we're a competitor for them, but like if they kind of shout you out or kind of like help you out or whatever, they're attaching themselves to you in a way that if you are still involved in fuck shit and stupid shit and stuff like that, or if you ever get involved with that, then you are a reflection of them and their brand. And they carry weight with Disney. They carry weight with all these big, huge companies. And I think I can understand where they don't want to screw their money up, because one stupid thing that we do could really screw up something for them, because, you know, we are attached to them in a way at that point.
No, you got a good point there. I could see that. But I'm not even saying, you know, they have to go out of their way like that. I mean, you can even just DM somebody and say, hey, listen, if you want to, you know, I see you watching me, you ask me some questions.
Yeah, just some help. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, it's not.
You know, on the side, you don't have to do shout outs. You don't have to even do shout outs. You could just do, you know, messages back and forth. Hey, listen, if you want to develop your channel, these are some ideas you could use, and this is what you can do to bring your channel up.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because I'll tell you this, it's not as easy to give somebody a leg up as it used to be. Because, you know, back in the day, if you wanted to try to get somebody some exposure, you could just feature their channel on your channel page. So people go to your channel page and see somebody else's video. Yeah, you can't do that shit no more. But you know what you can't. I mean, you can. You know, I started a video series that I haven't finished. That I kind of put on hold, where I was just, you know, it was like little videos that were just doing shout outs to channels I like. But the other thing that you can do is, besides what you said, you know, giving tips behind the scenes and whatnot, is just the fact of doing what you do helps people out. Because, for example, I used to do a series back in the day called 10-Minute Taste that was like mini reviews of digital-only games. And I kind of let that drop off, and there's a couple of channels that just in the last year kind of picked up where I left off with it and ran with it, and just in a year's time, they're up 40,000 subs. Doing the same stuff that I was doing, you know, back in 2012. So, you know, just being an inspiration it can help a lot of people out, even if they, and especially if they end up doing it even better than you do. Well, that just helps the whole community out.
True. Yeah. No, I didn't think of it that way. Yeah. Is that, you know, I don't, you know, or even anybody, like we've done it on the podcast before. You know, you guys have been with me for a while. We've done it before, where we've actually just said, you know, if you want to do certain things, you know, to create content, this is what you do. First of all, stay away from beefs. Okay. Don't get in it, like we were talking tonight with the thing. Don't get, like we don't do here. We don't get in anybody else's business or beefs with somebody else. Stay away from that shit. Stay away from the crumb side. Yourself and do you. Bring out good content. And that's, you know, like you said, we could do it that way by just talking to them about and presenting ourselves properly. Then they'll know what to do. as long as we present ourselves as gamers and knowledgeable gamers, they'll get the idea. They'll get the idea.
And consistency, consistency, consistency. I've been my own worst enemy as far as my channel success. I'd be a lot bigger if I was right now, except for the fact that sometimes I go 3, 4, even 5 or more weeks without posting anything because of real world shit. If you're consistent and you're posting, say, every other day, you're going to build up subs fast. And all it takes is just one good idea and you'll take off. But the main thing with the way the YouTube system, the way their algorithms work, is they want a regular, consistent output from you because they want to treat their big YouTube channels, they want to treat them like their television shows. So, you know, with a television show, you know, you're guaranteed a new episode once a week or, you know, on a Friday night or a Monday night or whatever. They want the same thing out of their YouTube channel. So if you're posting regularly on the same days every week, the YouTube system's going to pick up on that, and you're going to get more kind of bleed off than you would otherwise. And that's kind of where I've shot myself in the foot. So, you know, learn from my mistakes and my shortcomings. Be consistent with your output.
Seventh, I'm going to agree with you. But before I say my comment, I want to welcome Grimy. Here. What's up, Grimy? You're late, but that's okay.
I'm in the car. I'm actually driving back to St. Louis right now. I was in Chicago for a little bit. You know, shout out Corleone. Shout out, brother. But yeah, I was in the comment section. You know, I was trolling a little bit. You know, so I didn't want y'all to think it was. You know, what I'm saying I was, you know, trying to start shit. I was just doing a little trolling while my old lady was driving. But good show, good topics. You know, what I'm saying everybody doing their thing. So I'm just get back to this. I am driving now, and she looking at me crazy talking to y'all. But yeah, everybody had a good show, man. You know, keep it up. I'll be on next week. You know, I should be. I'm gonna be back in town. We just came from a little family trip, so y'all have a good one for real.
All right,
hey, bro.
My thing is, Seventh, you had an idea. You said something, and I have to honestly say to all the people that are watching, the viewers and all the fans, that I personally have slacked off on some of my videos. So I get new subs, but not like I should, because said you got to learn from your mistakes. I need to be, you know, I do my podcast consistently, but I don't do enough videos like I used to do consistently. And I got to get back to that. Like one of my reviews, it may be my basement videos, which I know Grimy don't like. I know he listening. I know he don't like those. He said it scares him, but some people love them. You know, which people used to love. You know what I'm saying? So I personally, your
basement is freaky. That's some Evil Dead shit down there.
But people like it. Believe it or not, people love it.
I gotta check it out. I gotta check that out. I'm trying to find my balance, you know, like, because.
But no, what I was saying was Seventh was right. You have to be, consistency is very important. And if you back off, like I used to do something like, and I'm not doing it anymore. Well, I had some personal things going on, my parents being sick and everything, so that kind of. But I got to get, now that they're better, I got to go back to doing what I was doing, because that's how you grow, by being consistent. He's absolutely right about that, and I have to personally do that myself.
Let's do it then. Let's get it.
I'm planning on it. You got to do the same thing, you know?
That should be hard, man.
The same thing.
I'm doing Tuesday through Thursday streaming from 7 to 9 on Twitch. That shit hard every day because I work. You know what I'm saying? But I do it.
Well, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it every day. You can do it like every other day.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 7 to 9. And then I got the podcast with you on Friday. And then on the weekend, I just freestyle and just do what I do.
Okay, but maybe when you finish a game, just let people know ahead of time, whether it be on the podcast or while you're doing one of your live streams. Let them know, hey, listen, I'm going to do a review on this game. Add a review to it.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
You know, review the game, what you thought about the game, whatever type of game it is, what you thought about it, graphics, content, everything. you know, just do a review once in a while. Add that in there. You can't do it all the time because you're not going to beat a game every week. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you get one, throw that in there.
All right.
I mean, that's a plan.
Yeah,
now, I went through all my subjects, but I know that you guys sometimes have some things to bring up. Does anybody have anything to discuss that I haven't discussed? Please.
I got one.
Go ahead.
This
you said the booty videos. I'm sorry.
This kind of happened to me, but Walmart canceled the Super Nintendo Classic pre-orders, and I was kind of salty because I had 2 of them, and Walmart canceled
Why?
everybody's pre-order. I think it was like a mistake or a glitch on their website, and I guess
you see, your first mistake there was that you pre-ordered something from Walmart.
I seen that link, and I was like, and I'm like, I want to get 2 of these, you know. So, and then they took it off.
Let me tell you how to fix your problem. Here's what you do: you go onto eBay, and you type in Super Nintendo. You'll find one for about $70. Pick it up. Then go buy actual cartridges for it. Then you won't need a Super Nintendo Classic.
Well, I just want the Classic to sell.
I don't have any interest in it, and the reason why is because I already have a mint working Super Nintendo. I already have most of the games that come on it. You know, most of the people that I know that are excited for it and are buying it, they're never actually going to play the thing. They just want to be able to have it on their shelf to say that they have one because it's going to be a rare thing.
I just want to sell it so I can make a profit.
Well, that's a point. That's a point.
I plan on getting all those games on my Switch when they come out on like Virtual Console. I'd rather get them all on one device. You know, I don't have room for all these consoles and these devices, but it would be nice. You know, but you know, now we gotta sit outside the store and wait in line to get one of these things because it's a hot item. You know,
I mean, for fuck's sake, as far as it actually being a playable thing, you know, if when you're buying that thing, you're already playing emulation. You know, you're not playing the original system. You're already playing ROMs. So you might as well go to the nth degree and just get you a Raspberry Pi and put RetroPie on there. You can have every NES game ever made, every Super Nintendo game ever made, every Genesis game. You have over 10,000 games on the sumbitch. You'll never need anything else.
I got a question for you, Super. I mean, I got a question for you, Seventh. Do you still play in your Super Nintendo system?
I do. Even though I have a Raspberry Pi.
How does it work on your TV though? I'm asking. I'm being serious now. Stop being smart ass. Stop trolling.
Yeah.
Well, I have my big 70-inch TV, and then I have an older TV that I use for when I want to actually plug in and play my retro systems.
Oh, so you do have an old.
There are modders out there where you can pay to ship your old consoles off, and they will mod it to add HDMI to it and send it back to you. But God knows what that does to the value of the thing, so I don't bother with that. If I have to play it on my 70-inch TV, like if I'm going to do a review on it and I need to capture footage or whatnot, then I'll either play it on my Retron 5 that has HDMI, or if I don't have the cartridge and I'm just wanting to reminisce about the game but not review it, then I'll capture it off of an emulator system that I've got, because I've got like a modded Xbox that's got CoinOp 7 and 4,000 arcade games on it, and I've got a RetroPie that has pretty much every console game ever made on it in the US anyway. So even if it was like, if I wanted, let's say I wanted to do a review for Little Samson, runs for like $1,000 for NES. I have it on the RetroPie. I can do it without actually owning the cart if I wanted to do that. So, you just got to have options, that's all. And aside from collecting or reselling, I don't see the point in buying the NES Classic, the SNES Classic, the Sega Genesis Flashback that just came out, which is actually kind of better because the Genesis Flashback, you can actually plug cartridges into it.
They got an Atari one too, I think, right?
Well, the Atari thing is not going to have a cartridge slot. We don't really know what it is yet. All we know is that it has no physical media slot. And that's all we know about it so far.
Okay.
We don't even know what games are going to be on it yet.
Y'all remember the RF modulator and shit?
Oh Lord!
And you had to screw the motherfucking things in the back of the antenna.
Dude, I have a whole bag of those things. I have a whole bag of them. You know, my collection goes way back. I got Atari 2600, 52. Well, I don't have 5200, but 7800 ColecoVision and television. I got a bunch of that old shit. So I've got bags and bags of those things.
That's because you're no fart.
Yeah, I am.
Messing with
Yes,
you.
I am. Oh, call it like it is. I'm over the hill. I got one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel.
Oh, you stupid.
Oh,
you crazy. Don't slip. Because then he's going in. You're right. He's going in that grave. Anybody else want to...
EJ Johnston, ET still sucks.
Yeah,
does anybody else have anything that they want to bring up? Any other
Dragon
news
Quest 11's coming out
that
next
hasn't
year.
come out yet?
Something I just read on Twitter, and it's a wonder that the Xbox community is the way it is and looked at the way it is. They just continue to put the target on themselves and to make themselves look more stupid each day. And we all know about the lawbreakers coming over, right? To Xbox or to PlayStation 4, and he's actually already said he's going to bring it over to Xbox One whenever he can. But he's been getting shit from the Xbox community ever since it said they were launched on the PS4. And so now we're doing a what's it called? We are doing a live beta now for everybody to be able to play, our open beta.
Well, beta's going on right now.
Yeah,
people playing it.
And Dealer Gaming quoted Cliff Bleszinski's tweet and said, "Cliff, I'm assuming that you saw your Lawbreakers beta numbers. It's clear no one gives a shit about your game on any platform."
That's not helping.
No, it's like
PS4.
Yeah, it's on PS4. Yeah,
beta right now.
Yeah, it's open beta.
Like they can't get it, so they're shitting all over him when he was like putting out some of their favorite games just a few years back. But now they're shitting all over, just like they shat on Phil Spencer. You know, it's the same fucking shit. Look, let me tell you right now. You know what the Xbox community reminds me of? And I'm not talking about real Xbox gamers. I'm talking about your craps and your mooches and all these dickheads. Here's what it's like a bunch of space aliens came down to Earth and they decided that they were going to get into YouTube. And the first channel that they watched was Pyro 2000X. And they're like, this must be how it's done. And so now you have an entire community that makes videos like Pyro 2000X. That's what the Xbox community is.
I know what you're talking about. You were talking about that Dealer Gamer talking to Cliffy B.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. I mean, like... Yeah.
But that's not the first time something like that has happened.
Oh, no, it's not. But I mean, they continue to do this. And this is the reason why there's so many people that even like Xbox, but they don't even want to come out and say it because they don't want to be associated with stupid people like this.
I mean, look at the
they don't exactly. They don't want to be associated with the fucking community.
Look at the fucking bitch fest that Crap Gamer went into when he found out that Quantum Break or whatever was going to be on PC.
Oh yeah,
you know, and he was going to sell his Xbox and PS4 for life, and he shat all over Phil Spencer. I mean, those guys are the reasons why Phil Spencer says he has nothing to do with some of the YouTube Xbox community because of the way they treated him.
But
the guy that runs the show,
remember Seven
on the guy that runs the show.
Yeah,
like they know.
But he actually also said he sent a message to him that I'm canceling a direct message to him. He's canceling his pre-order.
Yeah, because he's a fucktard.
Yep. I remember that.
He's a fucktard that's high on the smell of his own shit.
Better him than us.
The whole damn community. The whole damn community that is that way. The community you spoke of earlier, obviously not every single Xbox gamer, but the ones you spoke of earlier are all exactly like that. They're all it's just fucking sickening to see them and the way they behave, and they're grown fucking men.
Yep.
That's the sad.
But that's what I was saying in the beginning. these are grown ass men. Half of them have gray in their hair.
Yeah, these.
Come on now.
Yeah,
and they're so smug about being dumbasses too. They're so proud and smug about being dumbasses. They're like that episode of South Park. All those people in San Francisco walking around sniffing their own farts. That's the Xbox community on YouTube.
But it is, you know, I'm laughing, but it's the truth. In that group, that niche group. Now you got some people on there that are real gamers that just game and don't want to be involved in that shit. But they're unfortunately getting roped in to the Xbox community, and people like Rambo said don't want to be associated with that because like the Xbox, you get shit for it because they're automatically going to associate you with those people that some people don't even know them. Like even Mr. Corleone, when I said Next Gen 720, he said, I know who this motherfucker is. I know this dude is. Because he don't associate with shit like that. But if he's on the Xbox, he's going to get...
But I know who he is. I just don't recognize him.
Oh, you just don't recognize... All right.
I know.
But you said I don't know who... I'm going to get you, Corleone, for that.
I don't watch. I don't support. So
yeah,
they're not... You know, they're not in my circumference. They're not in my reality. So I don't even acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying?
The Xbox One X is going to put Microsoft back on top. Rack them up.
Oh, my God.
Hey, you a fool, dude. You got me rolling every week.
Yes. Seventh is a fool. He crazy. That's why he's here, because he's crazy. But you know what? That's not the only reason why he's here. He's here because he knows games. And he knows gaming. Here.
Crackdown 3.
And you know why he can't talk? Because he's so fucking fat that his nostrils are closed up. There's so much fat around it that he can't he can't breathe. You know, he probably has a porta potty built into the couch because he can't get up.
Damn. That means he be wiping his ass on the couch when he get up.
He don't get up, so they took one of the cushions, they dug it out, put a can in there, and he just sits there and he shits, and he probably got one of those little refrigerators, a little hot plate on the table next to, you know, like the coffee table or whatever they call it now, whatever they call it, you know, your area table. He probably had all that shit there, a little portable refrigerator. And the only time he get up when he wants to go to the dollar store and get his greasy sausage.
What the fuck is greasy sausage?
This motherfucker drinks the grease out of the pan. Fry sausage up in a pan, he'll drink the grease.
That's something you do on a dare, not something you do because you like it. God damn. He keep that shit up. He keep that shit up. He's gonna be like that woman on that episode of Nip Tuck where they had to carve her off of her couch. Then had to lift her out. Had to lift her out of the living room on a whale crane from SeaWorld. Shit, that's crazy.
Oh, they got that fucking big and nasty that they had to take out the whole side of the house to get them out.
And don't get me wrong, I'm fucking fat, but I don't do shit like that. God damn. I enjoy me a burger every now and again, and I have an office job where I have to sit for 9 hours a day. That's what happened to me. It wasn't because I'm, you know, sitting down in Big Brother's basement choking down, you know, bacon grease.
No, it's sausage grease.
Sausage grease. Oh, yeah.
Yo, I went to Red Robin's.
I don't know.
Today.
He made you bacon grease too. I don't know. But he actually said that.
Robin's and shit. I never ate that before. I had a big dumbass burger today for lunch.
Sure, Red Robin's some good stuff.
Yeah, it is, man. You know, you said burger, and I was just like, you know what? I had a big dumbass burger earlier today from Red Robin's. I never even ate that before.
But you know what? Whataburger good too. I got introduced to them down here in Texas, and man, that's some good shit.
I listened to somebody who does food reviews, and he talked about Whataburger, and I wish there was one up here, because he was talking some good shit about that shit.
Look, steak burgers. EJ,
You talk about steak burgers. There's a place down here called Freddy's. Their burgers taste a lot like Steak and Shake. You know, they got that slimline steak burger type deal. Good stuff. It's called Freddy's. There's a lot of good restaurants down here that they didn't have farther up north. Like there's a place that puts Kentucky Fried Chicken to fucking shame out down here called the Golden Chick. Way better and it's cheaper. And then right up the road from it, there's a place called Chicken Express. Got the best damn chicken tenders I've ever had in my life. There's a lot of good places down here that I ain't ever seen anywhere else. Good barbecue too.
Well, see, that's the thing. You're in an area where, you know, especially when it comes to beef, you're in Texas. I mean, that's a steakhouse. That's a steakhouse, man.
My favorite part of it is I love to troll old Drone Crusher, Super Brothers, about it, because you know, he loves bragging about what a slob he is. So I'll go to one of these restaurants and I'll just take pictures of my food and send them to him on Twitter. Drives him nuts.
Troll. Well, we know that already. Else want to? Now we're talking about food. Anybody else has any other gaming news they want to bring up?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna download that whatchamacallit now that I found out. I mean, I never was interested in Lawbreakers, didn't really give a fuck about it, but if it's a free beta, I will check it out. Now there was another game, another game called Dead Alliance. They just had a beta that started, I think yesterday. I downloaded it. That game is huff. That shit is trash. I say check it out and try it out, because it's got zombies and you're like in a team deathmatch, so you're going against another team, but zombies play a big role in, you know, like terrain in the map or whatnot. So it's on PS4 and you can download it right now.
Yo, Egmo Gaming. If you've got Twitter, hit me up on Twitter, son. Send me a message at the 7th level and remind me that your channel exists. I'll go watch some of your videos and I'll let you know what I think, son.
Yeah, shout out to Igmo Gaming.
Oh, Battlefield 5 was teased by EA.
Battlefield 5? I'm
sorry. Yeah, it was teased by EA. Apparently, they're talking about their upcoming games, I guess, for next year. They're working on 12 games using the Frostbite engine right now.
Cool.
I was thinking about Battlefield is on sale. Battlefield 1.
Oh, I got one. For you guys that are into that remember RPGs on the PS2 era, the newest Doc Hack RPG has been confirmed as a physical release for the PS4. You can go pre-order it right now.
Is that a remaster or is that a
the newest Dot Hack? I think it's a like a part 5. I think it's a new game. I don't think it's a remaster.
Yeah, I didn't get those on PS2. I might pick it up.
Because I got an email about it. Let me hang on a second. Let me find out. I'm pretty sure though that it's a brand new game. Let's see here. Where's
Dragon Quest 11 slated for next year? For America?
2018 for the West. Yes.
Can't wait for that.
All right, somebody in the chat just asked me what game I'm looking forward to for this year. I'm looking for the Dragon Ball Z fighting game.
Yeah, we was talking about that earlier before we went live, and they were supposed to start the beta process the day before yesterday, but actually they pushed it back. So I think what you might want to do is, anybody that's listening, go to Bandai America or wherever you're at in the world and just follow them, and they're going to let us know exactly when to actually sign up for the beta, because they're supposed to be adding some more characters, and they're supposed to be adding a lot more to the game. They don't want it, you know, they showed it at EVO. People were able to play it at EVO, but the demand is growing. The demand is growing because a lot of people are really not that impressed with the whole, what's that, Marvel versus Capcom thing?
Yeah, that game looks trash. I'm sorry, in my opinion, that game looks like garbage.
I mean, it looks all right, and they did improve on it. Like, if you play the demo now, they did improve on it. I'm optimistic about it, even though I'm mad that the X-Men are not on the game.
Yeah, that's part of my reason. And then like the roster, and then like the Capcom, like the Marvel side. Okay, you got to get the rights, but some of the Capcom characters you could have done better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think some
okay.
of the characters, like let's say, like if you want Magneto or if you wanted Wolverine, I believe it's something like where they have newer players or
Yeah, they say
players that they
if you
added.
want Magneto, you play as Nova. If you want Wolverine, play Black Panther.
Exactly.
But still,
Exactly.
I want to play as the X-Men. I don't want to
Yeah,
play as,
I
like,
feel you on that. I love the X-Men, man. It's one of the best comics.
It's called .hack GU Recode.
see if I had that.
So I don't think it's a remaster. I think it's just a new game in the series.
Oh yeah. Also, Limited Run Games is doing a physical copy for Ys Origin. So anybody trying to get that Ys Origin, they're doing physical copy for it.
Anybody that likes Oceanhorn, Limited Run Games had a physical release of it for PS4 and Vita today, but I don't know if they have any copies left.
No, I think they're all out. I looked at their site earlier.
That figures.
Oh,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Titanfall. I think you might like this one. Rumors of Arc Systems versus an SNK game. You hear about that, Nancy?
I think she stepped away.
I'll step away. Well, Arc Systems and SNK might.
No, I didn't step away. My
Okay.
mic was off. Unfortunately, I was talking, but I didn't realize my mic was off. No, I didn't hear about it, but I'm interested in hearing about it.
It might be a game like Arc Systems versus SNK. That'll be pretty interesting if they do that.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, they're working on a lot. The Blaze Blue, the Dragon Ball Z, a lot of fighting games this year. We just have to say that.
Yeah, they coming back strong, man. They coming back strong, but these tournaments are really allow people to get together, and they building these communities up. So I think it's a good thing. You got Tekken players, you got Injustice players, you got the Street Fighter players, then they got the classic games. They even got Super Smash Brother tournaments going hard now. So I think it's a good thing, man. It's bringing people together from all different parts of the world. And, you know, we talk about the crumb side, but then at the same time, you see unity throughout gaming.
But see, that's the thing.
No, wait, I was wrong.
We got to forget about the crumb side. We just got to say the hell with them and just bring the community together like we're doing now, and have these tournaments, do these things. I mean, set one up for Blues Blaze, people like that. Do whatever. Let's just do it. Forget about the crumb side. You know, wipe them out of your minds. Just forget about them. Let them destroy themselves while we grow. That's what we need to do.
Facts.
Bottom line, let us grow, and the hell with them. Just leave them out your head. You know, don't even bother. That's why I said sometimes I'll say something to somebody, but it's one time. I used to go back and forth. It ain't worth it. They're just adding more fuel to fire, making me look stupid. Nah, you ain't gonna make me look stupid. I'm gonna say it one time, make you look like a jackass, and then I'm done.
Okay, just go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say they can't handle it because they got to make multiple videos after that. But I'm not making them.
I just wanted to correct myself. That game I was talking about, .hack GU Last Recode, it is a remaster. It's a remaster of a 3-game series that was called .hack GU for the PS2. Now that's not the .hack games where there were 4 of them in the series. This was a different .hack series that I'm not even sure ever came to the West. But now they're completely remastering them and putting them all out on one volume for PS4 at the end of the year.
Oh, okay. Well, see that's another thing we do on this channel. If we accidentally say something that's wrong, correct ourselves to give you the proper information, just like Seven just did. We don't give false information. That's why you guys need to stay tuned, tell your friends and your family and anybody you know the games, check out our channels. Just come and watch the podcast, because we do, even on air, correct ourselves. If we say something that we think is wrong, we'll go look it up while we're here and correct ourselves. We're not on the crumb side. We're not liars. Because like Seven just said, no, I need to correct myself.
Amen.
That's what we do here. But that's what we do here. Deal. We are.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
You can say whatever you want. Go ahead.
Hey, seriously, man, y'all need to go and support that motherfucking Hellblade. I'm telling you. Go and watch the fucking playlist. Ninja Theory. They got a playlist. They show you step by step how this game was made. No other company does that before the game comes out. So you get to see what type of game you're purchasing. And I'm telling you, if you watch that documentary, you watch this playlist, you're gonna be impressed, man. I wanted to put the link in the chat, but I don't have mod status, so go look up Ninja Theory, search it, and check it out, man. Hellblade gonna be a beast, man. I'm telling you. That's all I want to say.
Well, next time we'll have to make you mod status so you can put your shit in there. How's that sound?
That sounds like a beautiful thing, baby.
Okay. Well, if nobody has anything else to add, we're going to end this podcast for tonight. But we will be back next week, same time. Okay? So whatever you guys do, please do me a favor. This channel. We're going to do our outros now. Okay? Before we go. Out with Mr. Frozen Magma.
All right, I'd like to thank everybody for coming through. Check out my Let's Talk. I did one yesterday. Talk about the Switch sales, the success of the Switch. And always, I'll see you next week. Make sure to support Sonic Mania when that comes out next month. We need some good Sonic games, so please, if anyone can throw out $20, make sure you go support that Sonic Mania.
Wah, wah, wah. Then we got Rambo.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, and check out my latest review if you're interested in the the reviews or whatever. But if you're actually interested in any kind of PSVR reviews, be looking forward to the next review coming out for Tiny Tracks. I think it's Tiny Tracks it's called. But it's a PSVR game that I'm going to be reviewing and probably should have up by the end of the weekend. So take a look at that.
7th.
Hey guys, 7th level here. Thanks for coming out and watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for enjoying. One final note about that Doc Hack game I keep bringing up. I double-checked, and it did come out in the U.S., all 3 volumes on the PS2. The reason I didn't know about it is because it came out that last post-PS3 launch period. So I'd already moved up to the PS3 when it hit PS2, so I never played them. But they're all selling now for like $130 and up a piece. So you're talking like over $400 to own them all on PS2. Just spend $49.95 and get them on PS4. Just saying.
Okay. Good information. Last but not least, we got Mr. Corleone.
Yo, I really appreciate everybody for stopping by. Make sure y'all share this shit and hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And come back next week. I'll see y'all next week. My channel, Mr. Corleone4. Check it out. Maybe think about subscribing. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at JustOneDon. JUS1DON. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm out.
And of course, as always, this is the Titanfall Princess signing out. But before I go, please check out everybody's channels. If you have any extra comments for any of us, hit us up. We'll be glad to answer them. We have no problem with that. Up a little bit. You guys got to come back. You're going to hit that like button. You know why? Because you love us. There we go. And we're out of here. Have a good one. See you next Friday, everybody.